What's good, YouTube? It's your favorite Cloud Ninja, CJ, and welcome to a update of the new room pages for Jayce. I'm going to start off by going over the Jayce mid page. I didn't initially have a Jayce mid page for him in my last video that I made back in October. But now that the preseason is here and I've tested this out, I just ran this page mid versus a Twisted Fate, and it worked really well. I did run this page earlier today, phase page, not the exact page that you see currently up here, but it seemed very weak and I didn't like it. I was against some Morgana. It didn't really seem like I was doing much, and that's probably mainly because I wasn't running the right pages. Like I wasn't running the right. I don't really know what the rest of these things are called, but I guess I wasn't really running the right full room page. I think I was running something like, yes, I was running. This is what I was running. I was running Nullifying Orb, Absolute Focus, and Water Walking. That's what I was running. And then I was running Precision. I was running that one and this. And this was very useless. That's for lack of a better term. It was very useless. It didn't really do much, and I felt like very weak and just, you know, underpowered or whatever. So what I'm doing is going to go back to it and show you. Well, I don't know why that, if that's saved, then that's pretty, doesn't make sense because I didn't save it. But anyways, I'll just change it back to what I had, so I know what I had. Back to that. Alright, that. Alright, cool. And we're running a domination page. We're doing leap and this one. Alright, boom. Alright, so let me just go ahead and explain. Alright, so this is more of your Storm Raiders, in my opinion. I had someone ask me if I could make a page to kind of replicate the Storm Raider. The reason why mine's called Jayce mid because I like Storm Raiders mid. I don't really like Storm Raiders top. I don't feel like it's that useful. I think if you're gonna run top, which I'll go over quickly. I got 2 pages for tops pages, but I mainly play Jayce top and occasionally mid, but I started playing mid a lot more, and I'm really liking this page. The level 1, level 2 burst damage is amazing. I didn't think it would have that much damage because when I went to get some Morgana earlier, it didn't really seem that strong, but right now it seemed really good, really good. But I'm just going to go ahead and just say what I have. So Phase Rush, the ultimate hat. What you can do is basically spam your R and you can get a 15% cooldown reduction. What that would do is it would drop the R to 5.1 seconds as the max cooldown at level 1. So that way you can, you know, every 5 seconds you can switch forms. Absolute Focus, I think that's a must-have as far as having like early game damage. You shouldn't be below 70% health at the start of the game. So if you're doing like level 1, level 2 cheese and you go all in, basically you'll have enough movement speed to if you orb walk with them or attack, click, move with them, and you stay like beside them or in front of them, and they can't, not allowing them to, you know, get in front of you and space out, you can basically take him out. Because I actually had a game, like I said, just against Twisted Fate, and he was amazed by like the amount of damage that came out at level 2, and he's like, wow, I didn't even know Jayce could freaking output that much damage. It was really insane. Gathering Storm is good. I think that higher elo probably won't use Gathering Storm as much. If they were to run a page like this, they'll probably go with the Water Walking, because if they're roaming the map a lot, they gain movement speed and AP or AD, you know, or whatever, in the river. So if they're roaming bottom a lot, they're gonna, you know, I try to roam, but what I feel is that with Relentless Hunter and the secondary page, that's where I'm going to get my roam, because you get a permanent out of combat movement speed, so that allows you to basically get back to lane fast. And also, like I said, if you're roaming to a different, you know, if you're playing mid, it's really good to have. I think it's really good to have. I was running the eyeball collection, but then if you take a look at what it actually gives you, it only gives you a max of 6 attack or 10 ability power, and it's not worth. It's not worth it all, because you gain adaptive bonus power of 0.6 attack damage or 1 ability power, and as you get 20 collection of 20, that's not much at all. I mean, 6 attack damage, 10, so I felt like it was pointless. I don't want to run it anymore. So sudden impact is good. It was like I was like late game. It was like 1,000 extra. I don't know what it was. It was pretty insane. The bonus damage from it was insane. Sudden impact is really good. Just know that it's really good. Take it. Take sudden impact. I haven't tried cheap shot yet. I don't really think it's as good as going to be as good as sudden impact, because that leap is just amazing. And then you switch forms and jump on somebody. You literally can 0 to 100 like really quickly. And this is actually, I mean, at first I always knew Jayce was strong, but it's really strong with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this page. Yeah, and then it does that. But anyways. This is going to be the Storm Raider Surge page. Someone asked about, this is what you want to run. So once again, Phase Rush, the Ultimate Hat, Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm, Sudden Impact, and Relentless Hunter, because you want to roam and you want to get back to the map, get back to lane quickly. It's good. Trust me, it's good. Let's go ahead and go over top lane stuff, or not really top lane, but just kind of like if you're going against a non-tanky. Okay. So, of course, Electrocute, Sudden Impact. I got rid of, like I said, I was running Eyeball Collection. I don't think it's that strong. I think Zombie Ward is better, because if you can clear wards out, you can, if you're running Dust Blade lethality like you're supposed to, you're going to clear out wards, and it's going to replace the ward, which is really, really good. I think it's very useful. Like I said, Eyeball Collection is not really that strong. Relentless Hunter, of course, movement speed, back to the lane. If you're playing top, you definitely get back to the lane. I take Ignite. I might take TP here and there, but I think Ignite is just stronger earlier, especially you can get the early lead, and then you basically have the movement speed to get back to the lane before they try to shove it back in, before that wave bounces back. So I think it's really good. Alright, this one here, either it's going to be between Triumph or Presence of Mind. I like Presence of Mind due to the fact that you will get mana you spend fully restored after you gain a level or takedown. So basically, that's like something you're always kind of using with Triumph. Then only takedowns restore 50% of it. So you're not really killing anybody. It's kind of you won't really get anything out of it. And also, it just restores your missing health and grants you gold. So it's kind of like I'm trying to think of. It's it's Dangerous Game. I think it's Dangerous Game. It's kind of like Dangerous Game, where you basically get your health and stuff back from getting a kill, like a certain percentage of health back. I don't really like it. I like the Presence of Mind, because we're doing EQs here and there, and having our mana go up every level, it keeps us from having to buy the tier of the goddess, and also it just makes you feel like you have a lot more mana than usual, which I really like. Then Coupe de Grace, or Coupe de Grace. I think it's a must-have if you're gonna run this Electrocute page, because Electrocute is a burst build. It's against any champion that does not build armor items like ADCs and mages, and even like Yasuo, Zed, and Talon. You want to be able to blow them up. So having that extra damage when they're below a certain percent of health it's just vital, especially if you catch them off guard first, and you can 0 to 100 them before they try to turn on you and try to make something happen. It's a must-have. That's basically it. Everything else is pretty useless. I wouldn't even run those, because it's kind of like Jayce doesn't even need those. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the tanks. Now I have ran this. The only thing I have not ran, I've ran this here. There's a little variation of it. It's actually pretty good. I don't like that it does only 18% attack speed. I prefer the AD, because Jayce is just really good with AD. Attack speed is okay on him. Like getting a Bork on him is pretty good, versus tank. But there's a purpose of getting the Bork. The Bork is to do the extra damage against tankier characters. So just having flat attack speed on him doesn't really do that much. Having higher flat AD on him is just better, because you're going for backlines anyway. You're basically not going to be there to kind of like focus tanks anyway. You're trying to hit the backline, so having the flat AD is just so much better. But anyways, this is going to be versus tank. Press the attack. The last game that I tested out, I did run Triumph. Like I said, it's pointless. It's not even worth running. And I think I was going with bloodline. It, like I said, you get like this life steal thing, but it's kind of pointless because I mean I'm full health for the most part. I don't really need the life steal to really life steal up because most of the time when you do a combo, no one really has that much time to react, and you're basically EQing, you know, E Q R, and you're pretty much going hammer for them, and they're basically dead before they even get a look. So it's not like, you know, a Tryndamere who can, or Fiora, like, you know, for example, Fiora will work really well with Legend Bloodline because it's like burst damage, burst hits. She's meleeed the person trading back. She starts getting life steal back up. You know, she's hitting no pressure points, so it makes more sense. I think that the Legend Electrocute is better because we're going against tanks. We want to auto attack them as much as possible in lane to harass them, get the press the attack on constantly and constantly keep chunking them just from auto attacking them. So if you're permanently getting attack speed, it makes it easier for you to attack the front line when you need to. Also, I think also it helps when you are in a team fight and you're not going to necessarily go in because they might have a lot of CC and you may have to focus the front line a little bit just to get them down weak enough. Or if let's say the front line overextends, well, you have the extra attack speed, you're gonna hurt them. They're gonna start feeling it. So I think that's the reason why I'm going with it. Cut down makes sense. I mean, it just makes more sense. Like, why would you not go for this rune if you're going against tanks? I mean, you deal 4% more damage to champions with 150 more health than you, increasing to 10% at 2,000 more max health. So this is basically a tank killing rune. Like, you need this to go with the synergize with everything you have. So come on, it's just kind of, it makes sense. I mean, come on now. It's like self-explanatory. All right, so this I think can be experimented with, guys. I'm not a stickler on this per se, but more so this. Ultimate hat, of course, so you can switch your hammer form, but I don't really know if that's really necessary going against tanks on the lane because it's just, you switching forms don't really matter that much because you basically don't really want to be in melee anyway. So I think I'm going to end up opting out of this and switching back to domination because you don't need to, like I said, you don't really need to switch forms that much against tanks because you're basically going to want to be harassing them down until you able to to switch to your R and jump on them and take them out. Or if you EQ enough and you do enough damage and your auto attacks and you chunking them down, then you switch. Then it makes more sense. So switching forms on them constantly doesn't really do much because you don't want to really be, a lot of tanks are CC heavy and you're not going to really do that much damage to them initially anyway, unless you're doing that sustained damage long term. But Gathering Storm is just good, late game item. So I think I'm actually going to change this to Domination, just to get a little bit more burst out of what's going on. So of course I'm going to Sudden Impact, and we're going to go with the Relentless Hunter because it's just good. That's just it. I mean, just really good. It's just Sudden Impact is really good. I didn't realize how strong it was until I started looking at the stats on it in game, and I was like, wow, this is just really amazing. So that's basically it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful. If you got any questions, just feel free to ask me in the comment section. Let me go to my match history and kind of show you guys what's been going on. Just kind of, like I said, I've been testing out some stuff. Just kind of going through, testing out whatever, as you can see. Yep. So, like I said, just message me. Just leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.